Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Success Quotes with Kelly. I'm Kelly. Each episode, we talk about a famous quote from a famous or maybe even not so famous person, and we really dig into the meaning of those amazing words of wisdom. And then we talk about how we can apply those words into our daily lives so that we can continue on our journey of constant and never-ending improvement. And I'm excited about this next episode. Let's get to it. Hey everybody, thank you for joining me on this amazing day of opportunity. It is, no matter what day you're watching this, no matter what time of day that you're watching this, it's a day of opportunity. Every day is. Today we're going to talk about a quote from Walter Payton. Here it is. When you're good at something, you'll tell everyone, and when you're great at something, they will tell you. Walter Payton. For those of you who don't know who Walter Payton is, well, he was a great NFL football player. He was a fantastic running back, but it didn't seem like he should have been. He kind of had this strange kind of running style, but he kind of made it work for him. And he was only 5'10", which is kind of below average. But in spite of those perceived setbacks, he didn't just become a good running back in the NFL. He far exceeded that. He was great, truly great. Just 2 years after being drafted as a rookie in 1975, he set a bunch of pretty hard to break records in 1977 when he was playing for the Chicago Bears. He got most valuable player, NFL offensive player of the year, NFL rushing yards leader, NFL rushing touchdowns leader. So I think it's safe to proclaim Walter Payton as a great football player, but he was also a great man. In addition to that, he also won this award that is now one of the most coveted awards, and that is the NFL Man of the Year. And since his death in 1999, that award is now called the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. He was not only a great athlete, but he was a great man. He gave back to his community and he gave back to the sport in many ways. When you're good at something, you tell everyone, right? When you're great at something, they'll tell you. I would add that they'll start to tell the world around them too. Who are they? In the context for this video, I'm going to refer to they as the people that we serve. So no matter what you do for a living, there is somebody that you serve, right? And this applies to all aspects of success too. So what do they say about you? What do they say about you during the process while you're serving them? And then what do they say about you after the transaction is finalized? What do they say about you 2 years later after that? When they're talking to other people about you, if they even remember or if they even think about you. What are they saying? Do they even remember you? Do you create a memorable experience for them, for the theys out there? These are the questions that need to be in the forefront of our mind. Or did you just do your job, the minimum standard, just the basis, and you did it? So that's good enough, right? How did you start the relationship? What's your marketing message? You know, the first initial instinctive thing that we do is we start selling. We feel that our marketing is supposed to convince someone else of our value, our greatness. Hey guys, how you doing? Did you know I'm actually number one? I'm the best. I do what I say I'm going to do, and people trust me, and I can be trusted. And I work really hard. So, should we do business? What do you think? Are we really that insecure? Yeah, I think we are, you know? Why do all sales industries give out awards for recognition? What do most real estate brochures talk about? Is it just 2 pages dedicated to your amazing accomplishments? I see that on a lot of billboards, and I see it in my area a lot. I take a look at the headlines or the taglines of most real estate agents out there right now. They think that's marketing. And I see that a lot of people and sales agents believe that bragging about their accomplishments is marketing. So, okay, maybe that's one tactic, okay? It does work. It gets the phone to ring sometimes. But who does it attract? The challenge with that type of marketing is that you now have to live up to your own hype. It accidentally actually builds an unrealistic expectation in the minds of the prospect. They're now contacting you from that type of marketing with an expectation that you are a superhero at what you do. It actually works against you. One of the biggest reasons that the prospect is contacting you is they want to believe that you can do something that most others can't. So then they will build a belief system that centers around extraordinary results. Now, that's okay if you do extraordinary things to produce results and you really can pull it off every single time. But I would argue that most of the time it is people who want an unrealistic result. And so you have to be extraordinary to get those results, to overlist their home, or they think that they need the greatest salesperson to be so good that they're going to actually fool buyers, who, by the way, are the most educated than they've ever been right now, into overpaying for their home or product. You see how that can actually work against you? When you're not able to pull it off, then what happens? You actually become kind of like a liar. It seems dishonest. They're let down. You will never work with that client again. You've lost them forever. You've actually spent a bunch of money creating a negative marketing campaign for yourself. The world's changed. Focus on giving them an extraordinary experience instead. Our prospective clients and customers are listening to other things now. They don't listen anymore to the, I'm number one. I'm number one. I really am. I'm number one. We put customers first. Honest service with integrity. I'm the number one agent in your town, USA. Results and reliability. Excuse me, I'm honest and reliable. Should you do business with me?
Shouldn't you always be honest and reliable?
Yeah. I saw one advertising campaign where a guy, it was just in quotation marks, and it said, I listen. That was it. That was his tagline. These kinds of statements are so overused. It's white noise. It's easy to ignore right now. And really, these marketing campaigns are the marketing equivalent of a taxi company promising to drive people somewhere if you get in the back seat and agree to pay them. It's expected, the minimum expectation. It's the minimum service required for the compensation agreed, right? It's the reason Uber and Lyft are kicking butt on the taxi business right now. It's the reason Netflix has annihilated the video industry. We need to be more, we need to do more, we need to promise more, and we need to provide more. Now, more than ever, we need to think about how our industries are going to change. What is the new normal going to be? You know, when you order a drink at Starbucks, they ask your name and they write it on the cup. There is no such thing as ordering a cup of coffee now. I don't need to get into the 1,000 different variations and different ways that you can order a drink at Starbucks right now. They will create your drink and the way you want it. And if they spell your name wrong, what happens? We actually get offended if they spell our name wrong. That is where the bar is now. The mere fact that they asked your name and allow you to provide explicit instructions on how to design and prepare your drink is actually kind of ridiculous if you think about it. But they did it. They figured out how to create systems for that to provide that wow and personal type of service for their customers. How much do we listen to the people that we serve? How much do we really listen to them? Do we know exactly what they need? Do we work towards creating systems in order to provide that in a high quality way? Do we focus on being great? Not to be great so that we can brag about it later, but being great at serving people in a great way. Business people or sales organizations or salespeople will make a decision to spend money on marketing efforts. They do it all the time. They spend a bunch of money on bus bench ads and expensive billboards on the highway, TV commercials, radio commercials, paper ads, magazine ads. They spend money buying leads. They spend all this money on all this stuff. And I would argue that the place that they need to spend money on is paying for people or specialist type people that do things very well, way better than them, buying equipment so that they can operate very well, investing in technology and enlisting professionals that do a great job to wow their clients and customers. And once they've experienced their wow, those customers and clients will actually do the marketing for them for free. And their message is the most believable message, and it produces the highest results. Great service, customer service, great results is defined by the served, not the provider of the service. They, the people we serve, define what great is. Two different customers may have a totally different view on what part of the sales process or the service was actually considered great to them. It's not for us to shout some variable from the rooftops that we think it should be. But if they shout it out from the rooftops, it means something. People listen. I touched on this in another video called 4 Tips to Become the Best Salesperson. And I teach about a concept called Don't Rely on Your Dot. Is this working with you? Have you watched that video? Watch that video. Now check that out to learn more tips on the sales process and how to move people along their path to their version of success. The one thing that's most important to them. Okay? All right, so that's it for today. Thank you for joining me today on Success Quotes with Kelly. And if you want to learn more about how we help real estate agents build amazing businesses that feed themselves using a proven formula, then go to forexformula.com to learn more. There's a link down below. And if you're enjoying these videos, please give me some feedback in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, please just take a second, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell to be alerted when we post another video. I'm posting a minimum of 1 per week right now, but sometimes 2 to 3 a week. So give me a thumbs up if you get value, and I'd appreciate the feedback. And even if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. It gives me some sort of feedback so I can see where I'm tracking. For now, go out there, make a great day. This is Kelly Johnston signing off. Bye for now.